G'day mates and welcome back to Aldrin's Space Program Manager. Now I recognise it's been a long time since I've been recording, but I'm back, at least for now. We'll see how things go. I've had a few personal issues in the background that have been going on, but nothing that I need to bore you guys with. You are here for rockets, and rockets are what we're going to be doing. So, I had a quick rewatch of my last episode because I don't actually write anything down. I sort of keep all the numbers and everything in my head as I go along, which is great if you're going to finish the entire game in one playthrough, or maybe with small breaks. But I have had a, I think I've had about a 2-month break here. So it's like jumping into somebody else's game here. But I vaguely remember that, where were we? I had not been working on the Lunar quite as well as I needed to. We're at 68%, only gaining 3% per turn, max R&D of 81. So, yeah, I mean, we can get up to 90% reliability once we've tested it in the field a few times, but the R&D can only get up to 81. So we're approaching how high R&D can get. Next turn, it'll be at just 10% below its maximum. So I think we're going to be launching that shortly. The Atlas booster here is pretty good. It's fully R&D'd out. And I was actually wondering why I had this open. It's slightly cheaper in terms of unit cost and monthly roll, or per turn, quarterly running cost than this one down here, but it has a lower lifting capacity and everything. But because it's maxed out and this one is still doing R&D, it's actually not that different. Why do I want to keep it around? It's only 100 difference, roughly 75 difference or something like that. So why do I want to pay 575 per turn? I'm not sure. But I will keep it around for now anyway, just in case something may actually have been related to a mission that I was confused about. Let's have a quick look at the mission briefly here. Nope, it may just be a holdover from previous missions, and I've kept the lifting capacity around. I'll get rid of it shortly, but I think I'll use it for the time being, because we actually only have 8 turns remaining. Now, it sounds like a fair bit, and it is. It's 2 years of game time, but we need a lot of launches we need to do, and we need a lot of prestige. We need lots more. I'm tired. I can't do math at the moment, but we need a lot more. At least 25,000 or something close to that. So let's get cracking and have a look at our different missions before we launch here. Now, I've already got a plan of what I'm going to do. I'm just doing a bit of a rehash here. But if we look at our programs, Lunar 3 will be able to launch once the Lunar is ready, and that will net us 2,500 prestige. Not a lot, but the important part is it gives us the badges we need, which is mapping of the surface, lunar flyby, and a lunar probe, which are all very handy. Once we've done Lunar 3, we'll actually go to Lunar 2, which is excuse me, which is a lower number, but for some reason it actually requires badges such as the lunar flyby. So I don't know exactly what happened in history, but either way, it's more difficult to do despite being a lower number. Now, this will also give us a lunar probe, blah blah blah. It'll give us a lunar impactor, which is good, and it'll give us probably not 3,600 because some of these are the same, but it's giving us close-up pictures of the moon, which I think are important for for actually landing on the moon. We need to, excuse me, we need to know how to good places to land, and from Earth we can't see that. So getting close-up pictures of the moon will allow us to find an ideal landing location. Yeah, so we're losing 800 prestige there, and we're losing I think 500 from the other one. Perhaps not, I'm not sure. So we're losing a little bit, but it's not too much. So that's a small amount of prestige, but it's giving us the badges we need. But prior to that, we'll actually be doing Gemini. We'll be starting this next turn. I've already had a look at it. I should have enough people coming off training to actually crew this up. We're going to start doing the uncrewed testing because we need to get our prestige up there very quickly. Now, none of these are available. You can see they've got the red percentage mark because we lack badges, except for the first one here. So we're going to have to start doing gradual testing, and we can use the Atlas booster for that. It's marginally cheaper, probably not actually worth it in a min-maxing sort of a thing, but I need to trust that I was playing the game properly beforehand. I can't remember exactly what my line of thinking was, but we'll stick with that. We'll stick with that, and we'll run this uncrewed test flight, and that'll give us the various things to start unlocking the other associated bits as we move down this line over the next excuse me, over the next 2 years, next 8 turns. So with that, let's end the season and hope for the best. So it's Luna going up a little bit better, 3% per turn. It'll probably be sub 3 from now on. Gemini is looking acceptable. I think it should be at about 80% when we finally test it, because it'll take 1 turn to bring everything together. That's coming up. It should be ready by the time we need it. The Agena target vehicle, which is what we're going to practice docking with. Gemini was all about docking in space, so we're going to launch them up separately and end up docking with this target vehicle. We'll be ready when we need it. And the Vostok booster will be hopefully at excuse me, I'm losing my voice. Hopefully at full charge when full research when we need to start lifting the heavier manned rockets. And of course, what do we got here? Luna 2 is getting there gradually, so but we can launch Luna 3 prior to Luna 2. So we'll be ready once the Luna rocket is ready. These are our people coming out, and we should have enough to launch. I don't think we actually need astronauts, but let's go and launch the first part of the Gemini program, the uncrewed suborbital test flight. Can we do a cheaper rocket? Yet we cannot. Yes, we can. Ooh, that's risky. Ooh, do we want to risk it? That is interesting. I could launch the Luna. It's a hell of a lot cheaper by a considerable margin. A very considerable margin, and it's going to... The risk is slightly high. It's only 5% more risk, but there's a number of checks that will be done. So it's 5% multiplied out a few times. What I'm thinking of doing is I will launch the Luna, because if it succeeds, that'll give us a big boost. And oh, I take that back. We're at 71. Okay, it's a 15% risk. Ooh, this is an interesting judgment call. So I could, if I succeed with this rocket, I'm going to give it one more turn. I might do it for the next launch. I'm going to start off with the Atlas booster here to start with, and give it one more turn of development, and then we'll consider launching the yeah, that can use the Luna booster. That requires, because it's going to be crewed, requires a human-rated rocket. Okay, so we can launch this one with Luna, and we can launch that one with Luna. And they appear to be the only other ones we can launch with Lunas. I think Lunas, these ones here can go up in Luna as well. Yeah, we can use the Luna to launch some of the, like the Agena target vehicle and stuff like that. Let's just go for the higher reliability one, because we need to cost a little bit extra money, but it's a false economy if we end up failing. Yeah, we'll stick with that. So uncrewed orbital test flight, we're going to schedule our mission. Now the Gemini is 77%, but it should hopefully be over 80% when we get there. I don't think that actually makes a difference. Like, there's not like a critical cutoff threshold at 80%. It's just it's what the game thinks is reliable or not. Why have we got... Ah, my booster man must still be training. I want him back. A very, very good booster guy. Alexander Honeycutt, what is he doing? What, oh, what is he doing? Alexander Honeycutt. He is apparently a very good assistant flight director, but no, you are far too good in propulsion, which will make our assistant flight director... I thought I had some lady doing this. She might be training, that's probably what's happening. In that case, we're going to make sure everyone else is decent. And you, Zachary Mayer, are our best assistant flight director, mainly because of your skill, spacecraft systems and propulsions. We'll stick you in, and it's low but acceptable. And you'll start to level up a bit as well on everything. We'll confirm these assignments. We don't require a Capcom surgeon or a flight something officer, because we've got no living people on there. 7,700, so actually losing money for this turn, slightly. But the mission's assembled with an 82% chance of success. I'm going to leave these people here. There's 4 of them. Let's have a look at the 4 that we've got. We're not doing anything. You are actually... Fernando Freeman. I'm actually going to train you up in propulsion again, because we might need you once we start doing multiple launches. You are almost certainly a spacecraft systems person, and you're no good at anything else really. So I'll train you guys. And of course I'd love to train you a little bit, but you're already 2 at the 2 skills I need. So I'm actually going to leave that because we might need them if we start doing a manned mission next time. It takes 3 turns to train them, and if I cut them out early, I'm still paying for it. Meanwhile, these 2 people here are pretty good, looking pretty good. I'm actually going to keep the 2 of them out for now. When are these training? Finishing training in 1 season. I'm still going to keep the 2 of them out. I may need them. They may be my best people for the job at hand. So we'll see how we go at the end of this season. Hopefully we do not crash. There's nothing else I need to do. Scientists are good. Let's go. Okay, Luna's looking a bit better. Gemini is close. It didn't gain as much as I'd hoped it would, but we're getting there. And the spacecraft suit is going up 5% per turn. That's really good. We must have some good quality spacecraft people or spacesuit people. You're getting there. You'll be ready in time. You are almost not worth the money anymore, Vostok. So I will, I think, start training those scientists up or reassign them or do something. And of course, Luna 2 nearly there, 3%. Almost no prestige on this one, but all we're doing is testing something. So let's monitor, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Well, that went absolutely flawlessly. We've got a good upgrade to Gemini spacecraft, 4.2%. We've got this badge here, which will allow us to start moving on to the next couple of things. And our Atlas booster has become slightly more reliable, which is great. It'll be approaching its maximum very shortly, but looks like the other guy's got a little bit of extra stuff as well. Guy leveled up. Yeah, they all get small boosts, although they're pretty high to begin to start with this far into the game, so they're not major gains. Although, where was I wanted to know if that flight director dude, the assistant flight director, got a big level up, but I can't see him here. So either he's not listed or he doesn't get a level up. I suspect he's not listed. I think they do get a level up in everything, being the flight director. That one spectacularly. So we're in a good position. We're still beginning to run out of time. We've got 6 turns remaining. How many launches do we need to do? I actually need to get more people here as well. Let's have a quick look at the hiring screen. 97 with decent skills on 2 things I really care about, although other stuff is always important. There's just so many GNC and spacecraft system ones that I tend to focus on those. Marcine Schoenfield, I'm sure she is a historical person because I see her all the time. I'm sure a lot of these people are probably historical. NASA employees. Propulsion, that's a nice propulsion. How much are you? 29 buckaroos. I like you. You are cheap. Learning's acceptable. I think I'll take you anyway. 51's too much. I know it doesn't make a huge difference, but having decent skills to start with such a cheap thing means I'm just happy to have her around doing very little in the background. She'd be a good second crew person. I do like Marcine. I don't know if you have to pronounce that name. Marcine. She's got the skills I want. I'll take her because 39 is not obscene and 94 is a very good amount for trainable. So I'll hire those 2. And we are... yeah, we're 1 short. So in 2 more turns I'll check for somebody else. And that should give us our decent crew that we need. I think what we're going to do is, first of all, to check the payloads R&D. Make sure Gemini is still going. We're going to R&D it up slightly more just because 1%, are they going to gain much from that? Maybe not. Maybe I should just train them instead. If I leave him in there, I mean, they do level up just by being in here, so it's probably free training that way as well, and they're not going to gain a huge amount from other training anyway. I can get them up to maybe 90%, but whatever. I'm happy as they are, I think. You are your skills. EVA suits. I'm probably better off actually training her. 2.9% versus 3.5. What are all of their skills? Okay, all you do is EVA suits. You can do a bit of rockets as well, but predominantly EVA suits. So I will leave you two on there and I'll train her up in EVA. You guys are good with an acceptable gain per turn. And of course Luna 2 getting there. So what I really need is the Luna rocket to be ready. Is it ready? 73%. It's going up very, very slowly. You guys... 1.8%. Look, I don't think it's worth having you just sit here. 1.7, 1.4, 0.8. I think we have to take the risk and launch the Luna. So what are we going to do here? Let's go to train our people here. I'm going to want... What am I going to want? I'm going to want you to be in rockets again. Single training course. Single training. You were our EVA person, so you get 15 off that. I'll just stick you guys on rockets as well for the time being. They're only our new hires anyway, I think. What I'm going to do, I've got 15 people out of training now. Is that enough to launch two things? If I launch the Luna 3 now... No, let's focus on the important one. What do I need from the uncrewed orbital test flight? What is this going to give me? It's going to give me a fair bit of prestige. Actually, what is it going to give me? Suborbital flight. I think I need to do this just for the prestige. I could ignore it because this one only requires an uncrewed orbital test flight, so I could rush down to the ones down here. And I think that is probably actually going to be the better idea because these give me a hell of a lot more. So I go all the way back to start here. So suborbital, uncrewed suborbital, it'll give me 4,200. That'll give me nothing because there's another test one for 450. But then we're looking at 6,000 here, 10,000 for this, 11,000 for that. Again, some of these won't be... I'll be minus 1,400 for that because I've already done a Gemini orbital. Minus 200 because I've already done that. So a couple of them will be knocked out, but most of these will still be there. Man in space will... That's already been fulfilled. I think, given I've only got 6 turns remaining, I'm probably better off pushing towards these later ones because the amount of prestige there is just way better. So I'm actually going to skip this... No, I've already done that. I'm going to skip this one here, the suborbital flight, and move straight into testing again, which is not very good because I'm on the Luna. But there's nobody in there, so nobody will die. So it's a risk I'm willing to take. I'm going to take this risk given how well the last one went before. There we go. Mindy Milby. That was our, that's our AFD. She is a better rank than the other guy. We're back to everyone being good here. Let's confirm assignments here. It's cheaper because we're using a cheaper rocket to launch off here. We'll actually make a small amount of money this turn, despite having a launch. We'll probably lose the rest in training, but that is irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. You guys are 82, 72. Most of them are still pretty happy. I think I'm still not going to train you. I just don't have the cash yet. I know it looks like I've got a good reserve, but we're going to burn through that very quickly. I want to save up for any last minute prestige stuff. We've only got 6 people remaining, although we do have 2 more in training. Let's see, how much is a Luna 3 launch? How many people do we need? I think it just told me there. We need 5 people. We have 6. Let's see if we can do this. I wonder if we can do this. I'm going to auto best. Trajectory and GNC at 88%, that's valuable. And the booster, we're going to need a good booster person. We don't have a good booster person though. Let's knock off these guys and see if we have a good booster person. We do not. We do not have a good booster person. You're going, however, our best flight director, 59.3 versus... Trying to juggle our best people here. Experiments, there we go. You, I think I might even train you up into... Might get another... I've got a few propulsion people, I think, but I'll grab another one just in case. Stick you on propulsion training. Now, this is a bit of a risk. We've got our B team here sending something to the moon. It's only going to do a flyby, so all they got to do is get close to it. If you've ever done Kerbal Space Program, all we're doing is getting into orbit, eyeing up the moon as it rises above the horizon, and shooting forward at full speed. No other sort of techniques involved there. We're not even going to try and slow down. We're just going to shoot and fling right past it and off into solar orbit. What do you call that? Into solar orbit there. So we're going to hold that, and we're going to... How much time we got left here? 22 minutes. You know what? I think we're actually going to end the episode here. Leave you guys on a little bit of a cliffhanger. So I've been Blxz. This has been Buzz Aldrin's Space Program Manager. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button if you are enjoying the fact that I'm back. If not, thumbs down button is there, and drop a comment and let me know exactly why you're not happy and what I can do to improve. Take care, guys. I'll be seeing you next time.